Today, we're looking at both the Bravo and Alpha Grimlock toys released in Authentics. Authentics is a very cheaply made toy line for stores like Dollar General that started back in 2018, and these two Grimlocks were part of the first few waves of them. As you can see, they're almost identical, with one just being bigger than the other. There are a few more differences between them, and I'll bring them up as I go along. Let's start off with the Bravo figure. Based off of his evergreen design, which in turn was based off of G1, he actually looks fairly decent. The detailing on him is great, and that detail even continues in all of his cavities, like the other side of his hollow legs or his arms and shoulders. The wing kibble too, but these are in a more visible area than the rest. He does have a pretty bad backpack with the dino head there, but that all is kinda cartoon accurate, so it gets a partial pass. I think the worst part about this mode, other than his hollow legs that are kinda necessary for his transformation, would be his hands. It just has that really ugly hollow bit, and the way it's molded makes it look like his elbows are permanently bent. The red and gold paint used is perfect, although it just kind of abruptly stops before getting to the back, but it's mostly covered up so it doesn't really matter. His head sculpt is fantastic all around, maybe a bit soft looking. Articulation is okay, better than a lot of the other Authentics toys at least, having elbows and knees. Now onto the Alpha figure. Nearly double the size of his counterparts and using almost the same exact mold, he looks far less impressive with the same level of detail just from how more spread out it appears. From what I can tell, the larger Alpha figure came first, and the Bravo was the rescale. And comparing them, the smaller one is definitely more detailed in some areas, like on the side of the chest or the inside of the legs, but some things were better on the original, like the far better arm design. It's not an awkward angle and has a more well-defined hand. It doesn't even have the hollow bit. If the Alpha figure came first, then why did they change it to be worse for the Bravo? Another difference is that he has a bit more paint, like the extra silver on the chest and the blue on the legs. I don't really know how I feel about the blue, maybe it should have been gold instead. The head sculpt, while being the exact same as the Bravo, is painted with a more glossy black, which I don't like. Just way too shiny. Articulation is the same here, with slightly better elbows. Their transformations are identical, very reminiscent of his G1 toy, and they both result in fairly different T-Rexes. Let's start with the Bravo again. This one opts for a more realistic dinosaur design and posture instead of the scientifically inaccurate look that Grimlock usually uses. And I can't say I'm much of a fan. He just looks awkward, especially with the arms just being molded into the chest. You can try and position him more like his original look, but his head is static and will be looking in the sky. The sculpting here is fantastic though. On to the Alpha, and here's a good looking Grimlock dino. The fact that this one looks like how we should makes me once again ask, why the hell did they feel a need to change it? You can even see here, this is why they made the arms worse in the Bravo to make it look more realistic. The only positive change the Bravo made was adding some gold to the neck, as the Alpha looks very colorless. The head sculpts do appear to be the same, just with different necks, and it looks really good. Also, the Alpha actually has arms. Overall, each has things that are better than the other, but I think the Alpha is the better of the two, mainly because of its far superior dino mode. Do you have these figures? What do you think of them? See ya!